out the country so I can make it go away. Make it go away. I wish I wasn't dark so I could look like Beyonce. I wish I had a big ego like Kanye. Then maybe I could spit 3 stacks like Andre. And we ain't gotta walk 3 blocks to do laundry. Or I could be Erica, sing about the moon and astroject out America. Huff and puff my way off the bus like a blunt to your Feria. That's fair enough. It's fair for me. I could get a degree. I could be anything. I could be anything. You could be anything. You can do anything. Smoke some, don't forget the trauma. Get your bank and make your karma away, away. Smoke some, don't forget the trauma. Get your bank and make your karma away, away. Please don't fuck with me. This head on my shoulders been weighed down with 100 bees. I'm combing out my trauma like my mama do B2Bs. A hot coma hit you with 3rd degree. Burns around your neck for making moves that you shouldn't be. Laced up, nigga, I got to be. Ought to be everything my father was not to me. Fuck the private school, lunch ladies and crackers who wouldn't play with me. Bitches who try to jump me from believing I was something. Just don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Cause you can be anything. Anything. Cause you could be fuck us up. This is not a bluff, it's a sticker up. Ring it up, nigga, dig it up. Nigga, pick it up, pick it up.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use.
Salute and welcome. Have you outgrown your circle? Sometimes letting go of the past is the best way to move forward in a positive direction. And we all have or had a core set of friends. And it could feel heartbreaking when you slowly grow apart from them. You may have thought that your friends would always be there for you, and that despite any disagreements that you may have, your friendship would remain the same. But once you recognize that there are certain signs that you have outgrown your current circle, excuse me, then you come to realize that life doesn't always work out the way that you expected it to. Whether it's no longer sharing the same values or feeling like you can't be your true self around them. there's some type of indication that your connection has changed. Most people can recall the moment that they became friends with somebody that's close to them, and that the interests that you hold, in common, holds your friendship together. One of the biggest signs that you've outgrown your current circle is having a lack of interest in common. People become friends largely due to the amount of time that they spend together. Moving to a casual friendship takes maybe a day or so, but it takes a long time to consider someone a best friend. There's more to friendship than just the amount of time that you spend together. It's known as, are they similar to me? Are they similar to me? People tend to feel more at ease around those who are similar to them. Everybody goes through an immature or negative phase in their life. And this might look like teasing others for what they do, what their interests are, to who they may want to date or smash. I'm going to keep it 100. And they make little sarcastic jokes about it. But when you're going through a transition to become more mature and in tune with your surroundings, not every friend will stay on the same page. When you have outgrown your circle, you may find that your friends are way more immature than you thought that they were. And when you refuse to actually sit in that way and sit in that thought, and you bring it up to them about their childish ways, be ready for the backlash, because you may fall victim to that. Your friends have had a lot of influence over you during the time that you were friends. But have you ever considered that some of the friendships that you have can make you have depression, or you only discuss things that are bad in their lives, which also increases the likelihood for being depressed? Friendships are meant to provide a safe place to feel loved and to feel understood. And when you begin to feel uncomfortable after hanging out with your friends, that's a sign, baby, that you're likely outgrowing the friendship. People who have close friends are less likely to experience depression and feel a lot better. But the emotions aren't when you feel when you're with your friends. It's likely due to a few things, that you haven't seen one another in a while and you need time to adjust yourself. Your anxiety is getting the best of you, or you feel as though you're being secretly judged. Jealousy is poisonous, and it can harm a friendship as well. And while you're wanting what your friends have is normal, resentment of their good fortune is not. And if you feel as if your current circle is making you uncomfortable as a result of jealousy, it's best for you to distance yourself. There's no worse feeling than loneliness. We as a people, as human beings, are social creatures. And we thrive when we have connection with other people. So when you feel unsupported and alone in your friend group, it's time to admit to yourself that you no longer fit in this circle. Those friendships are crucial for your well-being and your longevity, so they say. Having high-quality friendships provide social support, companionships, and benefits for your mental health. But in friendship that you outgrown, you aren't getting your basic needs met. Not at all. And you tend to be lonely. And that also may lead to another pathway to depression. What about if your friends ignore your boundaries, which you put in place for a reason? If you're asserting that you have different comfort levels to protect yourself against toxic people, those boundaries should be upheld and respected by everybody. You put them in place to protect your overall well-being. So when the boundaries aren't respected, your mental health might, take a trip, you know, and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do next. So be very aware of your friend groups that can't seem to hold themselves accountable. As much as you like to give them the benefit of the doubt. But if they disrespect you and don't respect the boundaries that you put in place, you be the judge of that. It's normal for you to have disagreements, misunderstanding, miscommunication, that can turn a real cool conversation completely chaotic. It's also normal for friends to forgive and move on for the sake of the relationship. Forgiveness leads to a decrease in anger, anxiety, depression. And what it does is it builds your self-esteem. But if you can't forgive your circle, consider it a sign that you may need to move away from that relationship, even though forgiveness is for your own mental well-being. Sometimes forgiveness is no longer an option, especially if you're feeling the same pain or disrespect over and over and over again. It makes it harder for you to move forward. And then you're going to linger on thinking about all of the little squabbles and fights that y'all have. What about the last time you were at an event and didn't really want to be there, but you have that same feeling when hanging out with your peoples? You may have outgrown them. Sometimes people are tired or in a bad mood, but if that's continuing to be a pattern, it's a chance that your friendship is beginning to end. Hanging out with the people that you're supposed to love and enjoy can be difficult. Your energy can pick up your other people's moods. So even if you're feeling as though you think that you're cool, but when you pick up energy that they really don't want you in the room, believe that shit, because it's probably true. And you feel the same way because you're probably giving out the same signal. That's why it's important to have positive friends around you that can help you to feel more positive about yourself. When you're close to someone, it's natural to feel that you can trust them with some of your secrets and still be vulnerable. You might stay up late or on the phone for a long time, telling them everything out of your heart. And you trust them because you know it's not going to go nowhere. But when you outgrown that current circle of friends, that trust that you once had, be prepared because it could have disappeared. And the next thing you know, your stuff is being broadcasted all across the airwaves. You feel me? And then you're going to be betrayed, taken for granted, or taken advantage of time after time. But these ain't your people, man. If they could do that to you, they could do that to anybody. I get it. You feel as though you're not being assisted or supported in growing. Trying new things, learning to step outside of your comfort zone is something to discover new about yourself and who you really are. But when your friends are holding you back, when it comes to seizing opportunities or trying new things, that ain't a good sign. True friends will encourage you to pursue your passions and will actively push you to succeed. Them fake ass people, friends, is going to discourage you and put doubt and fear in your mind. So if you feel like that's happened and that they don't support you in whatever you choose to do in your life, or even keep it a buck to have you look at the bigger picture, then you outgrown them. You've outgrown them. All of a sudden now, when you naturally gravitated towards others who share the same values as you, shit could change. You are hardwired to protect yourself. And that right there alone can reinforce your opinions and your beliefs when you think that you're being misguided. Any type of relationship that you have, whether it's platonic, romantic, or family members, your brain is going to naturally navigate towards things or people that confirm your way of thinking. And if you're hardwired to protect yourself, when your values and morals begin to change, so will theirs. And then all of a sudden you feel like, yo, we ain't the same anymore. We ain't the same. Everybody has a role to play in their friend group. Maybe you're the mom or the dad of the group, the person who has the best clothes, a therapist, voice of reason. Everybody got a role. Every single day can be exhausting because as much as your friends need support, so do you. So when people grow mature, they no longer feel content with staying in their role. You may become frustrated the longer that group continues to treat you that way. Ask yourself a question the next time you're hanging out with your social circle. Do you feel stuck? And if the answer is yes, and you've done all that you can to repair your friendship, it's time for you to take it on the hop. because you've outgrown your circle. And the other thing, the older you get, the more things are changing. Let's say you're over 30 years old, 30 even better, and you spend all of your days with your BFF and all your nights on the phone during all of those critical years. Now you're married with kids, you live in separate states, you're a workaholic. You might have 14 jobs, I'm just saying, and a side hustle, a dog. You know what I mean? When was the last time you even spoke to your friend aside from a text message? Everyone is now busy adulting, and those windows are small where you get to interact with the people because, well, let me strike that, where you get to interact with your friends. That becomes much more important. Listen, there are less people who you call a friend when you're after the age of 30. And at this age area, you're more careful with who you have in your inner circle. You see, that friend title is only awarded to those who have been around 10 plus years, or those with whom you feel you have a special bond. Friends become like family. And after being friends for so long, you no longer look at your person as being your twin, as a friend. The two of y'all been through so much together. And now you have more of a sibling relationship. Some friendships expire. One day you look around and see at the people with whom you have been spending all your time with, which seems unfamiliar now. Y'all are grown and went in separate directions. Or you began spending less and less time together, and it's okay for the both of y'all. Sometimes it's years before you even notice that they gone. In some cases, absence makes your heart grow fonder, as they say. But as busy people who spend most of the day trying to take over the world, the days, the weeks, the months go by where you haven't even had a chance to catch up with your peoples. But here's the thing. If you have a true friendship, it doesn't matter how long, because time can't break that bond. And once you reconnect, you remember why you were friends in the first place. You become protective over your friendship slots. Ain't nobody got no time of introducing new friends into the group every week. When you are 30 or better, there is a friendship screening process that takes place. And it may take a not long time, but it's going to take some time for them to vet. I'm just saying. Your time and your energy is precious, man. Sometimes you let a few new friends to slip in through the cracks. But then you remind yourself that you do have people that have been your friends for a long time, that still are. It's up to you. Use your discernment. That's all I'm saying. Life is changing, baby. And you're changing with it too. And that's all, and that's it. And I'm done. I'm done with it. Be well, stay safe. I'll shade deep bound, and I shall see you all very, very soon.
Poetry and Pulse. a new concept, a new series with you in mind, bringing the best of both worlds together on one platform, showcasing your talent combined with the spiritual knowledge of the divine in the council. Something to just feed your soul. Take a listen. Goddessy of love, poetess, empath.
As I go through this journey of life, I've experienced many things. The good, the bad, the happy, and the sad.
Empress I. Rose, Sharon, poetess, empath, divinator.
As I travel from one place to another, the universe gave me a purpose to speak my truth to others.
Y. Kells, holistic healer. As you look within, there is some self-reflection that you need to do. Looking inward helps you see what you need to improve to make better choices. There is no need for resentment because it often festers, causing a desire for revenge. C. Val, Madam O, empath, intuitive. Let go of the past and find the peace, and slow down your pace. Appreciate your journey. Princess Peach, Alicia Dion, empath, divinator, intuitive, rather than just rushing towards the destination. Blues Boom Boom Room, sad and blue, empath, intuitive.
From the crown of my head made me see that I could use my voice, so I should have love taken care of.
Blended healing, intuitive, and divinator.
Self-love is often defined as conceit, vanity, selfish. But am I supposed to be selfless?
A collaboration of love, poetry, and pulls. Please come and be our guest and participate.
My life is wild. Smoking blacks and cigs right down to the filter. Venting on beats like maybe they feel you. I don't trust the soul, I talk to myself nowadays. What else? Praying to the Lord for some better days. So many thoughts when I was in that cage. Feeling like a slave, wrist cuffed to the chains. Where the liquor at? Shit, I need another shot. I got the keys but can't find a lock. The open doors for a real nigga. This the type of shit that make you pop a pill, nigga. Everything numb. They say they there, but I don't feel the love. And they ain't gonna show it till I'm up above. I got a lot going on, and that's word to my mama. And everything I do is for little Wayana. Plus she getting way older now. And she getting way smarter now. It's only right I grind harder now and teach her real and fake so she don't make no mistakes.